Hello there. Do we have a choice? Do we have a choice in whether or not we awaken? There's been some interesting comments on one of my videos, and I think I stated something like, we are all in this together. And as a human experience, we are all in this together. But we do have a choice on whether or not we awaken and move into a different frequency. And that is a choice. That is something that you get to choose in your life and where you're going on whether or not you want to. And there are many signs that we get along the way that help us decide whether or not we want to grow and move into a higher frequency. And excuse me, I don't know if that's a throat chakra thing or what, so we do have a choice. We do have a choice in whether or not we decide to grow, to choose which path we go on. We get to decide what kind of frequency, what kind of energy we're in. We get to decide, and choose what our thoughts are, what our emotions are, and, whether or not we are asleep or awake, and whether or not we are awakening. Those are all things that we get to choose. That's part of the human experience. We get to choose those things based off of where we're at in our lives. And for me personally, I've tapped into a lot of, I always seek knowledge, and knowledge meaning that like spiritual knowledge or growth, personal growth. And because I believe that we can all, we're all capable of so much more than what we're even believed to by society and by others. I believe we're capable of so much more, each individual and also as a society. And for me, that's something that I've always been seeking. But I feel like I've been asleep for a long time as well. Like I've been in this survival mode, in this place where I literally had to go through a lot of things in order to get to where I am now. And I feel like I'm going through an awakening process now. This is a lifetime of things that I've experienced to get there. And I'm a seeker for growth and spirituality and personal growth and all that. So, I've gone through things such as hypnotherapy, and I've become certified as a hypnotherapist, and coaching, life coaching, all of those things I wanted to learn in order for self-growth, but also to help others as well. To inspire others, or to motivate others, or to help them see a different perspective. That is the reason why I've always sought those things out. I've been pulled in that direction, but I was still asleep through those things. I was still in a slumber, so to speak, while I was experiencing life. And I'm not sure that there's a timeline on when people awaken. I think some people are already awakened. There are people that are experiencing that now. More people are experiencing that now, and there will be even more in the future. But again, it is a choice. It is a decision that we get to make on whether or not we move into that higher frequency. So what are you thinking? Like, where are you at as far as, do you believe it's a choice that we get to make whether or not we awaken? Where are you at in your growth? Where are you at right now in your growth? Do you feel like you've been awakened? Do you feel like you are awakening? Are you seeing people around you awakening? This is something that, I noticed on a lot of comments on one of my other videos that, while people feel like they may be awakening, there's a lot of people that don't notice other people around them awakening. And that's okay. It's everybody's choice. It's not for us to determine what other people decide to do with their lives. That's completely their choice. And that can be really tough, especially for, you know, if you're looking at, you know, your neighborhood and you're noticing that people aren't awakening, that's different than when you have a relationship with somebody. If you're married to somebody, if you have children or close friends. And a lot of times when we start to awaken, we start to outgrow people around us in our environment. And that can be difficult. That can be really hard, because one person could be awakening and growing and really seeking out different energies, while the other person isn't quite there yet. That doesn't mean that they're not going to get there. Maybe they're just quietly watching. Maybe they're just still in their own thing, and they're, you know, a lot of times when we grow, somehow if those people are meant to be in your space and your life, they will come around. They will grow in their own time and in their own space, but they will, you know, things start to change. When things in your reality start to change, it's like everything around you starts to change along with that. And it may not happen immediately, but it does happen. It is happening. I'm noticing that in my own life as well. Once you stop feeding the energies that no longer serve you, and stop getting into lower energies that don't work for you anymore, and you start being in those higher energies for you, for what you want, and for what's driving you, and what's, you know, the flow, whatever it is that's getting you into that space, just be in it. Do it for you. And interestingly enough, things around you will start to change as well. And your whole reality will start to change. It's not immediate, but it will. You'll start noticing things. You'll start noticing signs. You'll start noticing even the people around you quietly paying attention, or just somehow they start saying things that make you think, okay, that's interesting that they're seeing it that way. And they may have never shown any interest in that kind of growth before. So curious what you're noticing in your life. Awakening is just, you know, it's a very interesting place to be. And I'm happy to share with you what I'm kind of noticing, and would love to hear more from what you're noticing as well. And, you know, I feel like the more that we share this out into the world, the more that it helps people awaken. Because when, you know, if it's down and it's this hush hush quiet thing that's nobody talks about, then it's like this secret. But once it gets out, and once people start sharing and start talking about it, what used to be this, I don't know, that's odd, that's weird. What used to be weird back in the day is now becoming a norm. And there's many examples of that. I just wanted to remind you that you matter, you are amazing, and you are in this amazing place where you get to make this choice on awakening and paying attention to the details of that, and paying attention to the flow of awakening. Wishing you an amazing day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.